Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Alvin Jose, and I hope everyone is doing great. Today, here I am going to speak about the topic evolution of SAS in healthcare industry. The widespread use of SAS in clinical trials, data transformation, analysis, and FDA submissions is well recognized through life science research companies. The evolution of SaaS capabilities in the health and the life science market will improve the quality and affordability of patient care around the markets and will improve the world through the deeper scientific and business insights driven by focused industry expertise and sales support. The introduction of a broader portfolio of solutions encompasses the entire health and the life science enterprise and the tighter alignment of coordination across the functions. Let's run over today's agenda. I will be speaking about the data-driven decisions which are helping the healthcare industries. Also, I will be showing how SaaS is boosting the analytics. Due to COVID, plenty of companies have asked their employees to stay at home, and some they have given the work from home option. But for the hospitals, it cannot be taken in the same way. We will be understanding about how the digital hospital work and how this COVID is going to bring a change in the hospitals. We'll also see the future in the digital health analytics. Let's begin with the data-driven decisions. The amount of data collected and analyzed by the hospitals and the healthcare organizations across the world has already on rise, but the global pandemic has sharpened the focus on data-driven even more, with the trends changing not daily but on the hourly basis. During this pandemic, healthcare professions struggled to monitor the larger intensive care capacity and track the staff safety of fatigue and optimize every available source. At the same time, data-driven decision makers must assimilate new research findings, adjust policies, and do it all in real-time basis because acting quickly is a matter of life and death. During this crisis, it is no wonder that healthcare leaders turn to analytics to help make the data informative and decisions quickly. While the urgency of the pandemic may be pushing the healthcare industry to more rapidly adopt the data and the analytics for decision making, no one knows what the new normal will look like. To get a better idea of where we will be going from here, it may help to look where the industry is with the data and analytics overall today. As the data-generated technologies have proliferated throughout the society and industry, leading hospitals are trying to ensure that this is the data which is to be harnessed and to achieve the best outcomes for the patient. These technologies include everything from the sensors which monitor the patient health and also the condition of machines to variables of and the patient's own mobile phones. The network of these machines means that the clinicians have an overview of everything happening in the hospital and can be alerted in real time should be an anomaly in the data real changes which need the urgent attention. This radical shift further towards the data has the ability to support the decisions made by the doctors and ultimately improve the patient outcome. With the help of this artificial intelligence and the advanced algorithms, medical professionals will soon see their capabilities in advanced by the data and in everything from logistics of prioritizing which the patients to treat and how the best to support them through the diagnosis and the treatment. These technologies are changing the way of the society manages the healthcare, leading to the leading to the healthier citizens with a longer life expectancy. Now, the healthcare providers and the clinicians have never been slow to use the technology to improve the patient outcome. They have naturally sometimes held back because of the cost implication. Like we have MRI scanners, which are not cheap, but they have also been always been quick to analyze to see the potential of the new technology to help improve the patient care. Now, AI, however, has been slower to take off, but somehow plenty of the hospitals and the healthcare providers did not seem ready for the decision making supported by the algorithms. Perhaps it is a change of culture and a concern about the explainability of the decisions supported by a black box. Perhaps staff simply do not yet have the necessary skills or the experience to take advantage of the insights locked in the data. Whatever the reason is, it has to be fairly a slow start. But even before the push of the pandemic, a grounds level towards the data-driven decision making has begun. So, a number of leading healthcare organizations have started to embrace AI and the analytics. They have often begun with small scale projects, but they are growing the recognition and the future lies in the personalized healthcare and that the personalized medicine depends on the data and the advanced analytics. AI offers an unique combination of quality and safety for the patients, better outcome and reduced cost also. After all, getting the right medications or treatment quicker with the fewer side effects is significantly cheaper than trying a number of expensive options first. It also has been far better for the patients now that the COVID crisis is ushering in a higher levels of analytic use. It seems like that over the next 3 to 5 years, more and more healthcare providers will be taking data-driven organizations and they will be becoming with the data-driven organization to get the decisions done. Now, this will in most cases require a change in culture. Providers must move towards using the data to get insights that are data driven. It is likely to accept that grows as well as in the organization and see an early impact. Providers will need support that the change in culture with the changes in three other areas. First, in the staff competency, in which is using the analytics and understanding the insights that emerge. It is vital that staff understands the recommendation from the decision engine and are able to explain these to the patient and the other staff. The second area is the infrastructure. It is the vital the second area is the infrastructure, wherein the hospitals need suitable facilities and equipped to gather the data and then analyze it. And the third is the successful data strategy. Now, SAS is pushing the analytics to a greater extent, from small biotechnology entities just getting start in technologies in clinical development to large pharmaceutical enterprise with thousands of users. Organizations have relied on SaaS-like analytics framework. The cloud-based solution enables the clinical research to make and manage and analyze the trial information in collaborative platforms as well as deliver trial results to the regulatory authorities. New functionalities will allow them to do so even more efficiently. Firstly, we have the customizable clinical repository hierarchy, wherein it enables us to secure information and access the collaboration between the different organization functions. Second, a new a new SAS program developed the environment, speed up the robust statistical generations, and reduces the time to make the new market of the therapies. And the last one is nothing but the model derivation or the foundation of the statistical standards which governs and enhance the steady metadata management driven by the efficiency from steady setup to submissions. By beyond this clinical trial data, regulators like US, the FDA, the PMTA, EMA have scored the importance of real world data, wherein the observational data are collected beyond the control of the clinical trials. They are able to assess the safety and efficacy of the new drug and the and the medical devices. Now, this data comes from the electronic health records, the claims and the billings, disease registrations, and even there will be a case wherein the variables that is the simple like a watch wherein it is able to access and they are able to monitor the heart rate, the blood pressure, and also with the help of social media too. The real data, the real world data holds the tremendous potential to help the industry better decide and conduct the clinical trials and assess the healthcare to use across the population and identify the patients which are at risk. The SAS real world data evidences gives the organization a means to tap this potential and align it to the most advanced analytic solutions to collect and drive the intelligence from such data. The latest features wherein they are building up with the time, and they are trying to build in wherein we are able to get a proper insight. Second one is nothing but the ability to share these projects and data fosters to get a better collaboration between the users who have the SAS programming skills and those who prefer not to program. And the last one, but not the least, wherein the users can validate the algorithms and for the analysis and incorporate them in their macro libraries to increase the access to data and analyze and insights across these organizations. The future of this healthcare driven delivery may look like a quite bit different from the hospitals of today. Rapid evolution, evolving technologies, along with demographic and the economical changes, are expected to alter the hospitals worldwide. A growing number of inpatient healthcare services are already being pushed to home and outpatient ambulatory facilities. However, many of these complex and very ill patients will continue to need the acute and inpatient service with the aging infrastructure in some of the countries and increased demand for more beds in others. The hospital executives and the governments should be consider to rethink how to optimize these inpatient and outpatient settings and integrate the digital technologies in the traditional hospital services to truly create a healthcare system without any walls. Now, the episodes of care wherein redefining the way of healthcare organization manages in wherein by leveraging the insights. So in here, the episode of care will help both the providers and the payers to clearly understand the quality and the total cost of care and make the adjustment to optimize these resources. And they will be looking forward to come out with the data-driven decisions. In here, the SAS is helping the life science companies to transfer these data into life-changing insights. Here, we are able to understand what is at stake and for the business, and not only for the business but for also the patients. That is why SAS is trying to deliver the innovative technologies that we can trust and we can help it to make it better, make the safer therapies for the patients which are faster and highly regulated landscape. SAS is helping us to arise the challenges of the digital health and improve the way which we are going to discover, deliver, manufacture the commercialized therapies. There are robotic processes which are being built in the hospitals. They are automated, and AI can allow those caregivers to spend more time providing care and less time for documenting it. Efficiency of these technologies and the end user adopting are the key factors. The challenges which remain now is to balance the cost and the complexity in implementation of these intelligent solutions wherein the measurable performance are being outputted. So these is the place wherein the designs will be working on, wherein we will be bringing in different designs and we will be trying to collaborate it with the technology. So the technology wherein you will be finding out, which I had spoke about in the beginning, about the different measures which are being taken, the different the different machines which are being built, the variables which we are using. So those are the technologies which will be used in the future. Now, to go along with this, wherein there will be made changes in the cultures, the communication, they will be looking out for a longer game, wherein the longer duration which they will be checking out, they will be focusing on more on data. They will be focusing on more on the cyber security, wherein the data which they have collected are much more safer. They will be focusing on the talent, wherein the talent which they are going to acquire in the hospital are proper, they are able to create it a better way. So that is where by creating a better culture for the digital transformation, and it is essential that the senior management is able to understand the importance of these digital future and drives the support for the implication and the implementation of all the organization level. And next one is by consideration it the technology which that communicates, wherein here the digital implication is nothing but which is complication. So connecting disparate application devices and all technologies to like highly interdependent on anything, and make it certain that they talk to each other, that can be critical to the successful digital implementation by playing it according with the long game. Now here they will be focusing upon with the requirements of data interoperability, scalability, productivity, and the flexibility, which are more important. They will be building upon the solid foundation of capturing, storing, securing, and analyzing these data. As the hospitals are investing in the potential technologies, they are also providing the employees for the ample opportunities to develop and correspond with these digital strategies. We are able to maintain these cyber securities, and with the help of these cyber securities, if there are any cyber breaches, that can be a major threat to the hospital of the futures. So they will be monitoring those. Now, apart from this, that is prior to the disruption of the coronavirus, the landscape of the health patient care was changing. The online health consultations were embedded. That is, we were able to see there were like some apps wherein it was helping the patients to sit at home and work, and they were able to, if they have any diseases, they were able to sit back at home and just check with the doctor, speak with the doctor, and get the medications done. So that is what the changes which have been made. Now post these, we are able to use these care differently now in this generation, and with the research, with the rise in the outpatient surgical procedures, and the recognition of these outcomes are improved in home with monitoring and good physical therapies also. There is the need of where the longer hospitals are being stayed. Here, they will be looking in for the retail pharmacies, wherein they will be making the changes. That is, the retail pharmacies, wherein the patients will be just sitting back at home, and wherein they will be just taking the prescriptions, and from the same app itself, where we will be able to order the prescriptions or order the medications and the drugs which are required are prescribed by the doctor, and we will be getting it at home, delivered at home itself. So that in the retail pharmacies will be in the motion, or you can say it as it will be as in the mobile pharmacies, which you will go and you will be seeing it more, and the retail shopping centers. Now we have seen that there are plenty of crowds which are able to see or reach out in these shopping centers. Now in future, what the hospitals are planning out is wherein there will be a smaller portion of unit in these different shopping centers. They will be they will be making in different steps wherein all the population is directly available to the any health care which is required, and they are not facing any difficulties to run around with the hospitals or any other places. So that is where they will be bringing in different changes in the retail pharmacies and also with the retail shopping centers. And speaking about the virtual care, as I spoke, wherein you can see that the lady in the picture, she is just opening up a tab and she is just checking with wherein the doctor to understand what she has. So wherein it can be also wherein the doctor will be specifying, or it can be also the different AI or the algorithms wherein they are going to collect the data and they are going to check the symptoms, and accordingly they will be giving the prescriptions here. And that is how the healthcare industries are going to make the change here. Now, understanding about here, now increasing here the communication the bandwidth, wherein you will have the different phone apps as spoke about, and here it comes in with the pandemic. You can see that there are social distancing during these pandemic, so that is where it is making a crucial changes, crucial requirement wherein we have the virtual care opportunities and wherein the retail pharmacies will convert into the mobile pharmacies. Now, last but not the least is nothing but about taking care of the seniors and the disabled. Now, those are the people who won't be able to move much. So that is where we as the family members who will be looking into. They will be making the changes. They will be looking into the seniors. They will be checking out for the seniors with the app, and they will be looking out different technologies wherein we will be able to collect those data also from them. That is, each and every human takes a proper, and we should be looking out wherein each and every human should be taken a proper care. So that is where the care for the seniors and the disabled also comes into the picture. So here the technology will be helping out to these seniors and the disabled to monitor them and collect the data which are required. So it's not only with wherein we will have any variables wherein you will be they will be only checking out with the heart rate or the blood pressure. We will get more technologies, more variables included, wherein we will be able to check A to Z things, that is with the blood check, with other tests also, which will be available in the market. So that is where the culture is going to grow in here. Now, apart from this, there are different other investments or different other things where we will be looking into the future of the digital health analytics, wherein these data which we are going to collect. So SAS is going to help us out with a tool, the SAS help all the SAS for all the industries, for the SAS industries, wherein we will be able to analyze, visualize the coherent data. We will be able to collect those data properly. So once the data has been collected, we will be able to visualize those. We will be able to analyze those. We will be able to achieve the success. That is, we will be able to achieve the success with this analytic journey. We will be able to efficiently adjust the risk and severity in the population or the health case, and also as and when the clinical or economic events happen, here we will be able to assemble it faster. Why? Because this here will be working in the motion of the digital care. So it's always, that is wherein the future will always look in, wherein you will be finding out the health cares or the hospitals more prone in more areas which we will be able to easily available. And also apart from this, we will be also looking out for consuming these different standardized clinical data. So we'll be working on those efficiently too. Other than those, that is visualizing the episodes of the care. So I spoke about the episodes of the care, wherein they will be visualizing those and using different libraries to pre-build this event definitions. So we will be analyzing those events. We'll be collecting as many as data which are required, and then later on, SAS will help us with the help of these programs, and the programmers will be able to analyze those data and work out with a proper solution. That is where the data-driven decisions can be taken care of. So till now, we were able to see the different things. That is, we were able to understand how the digitalization of the healthcare industry can be a proper help to not only with the patients, but also it can be easily available for everyone. That is, it will be effective wherein the doctors, the staffs, they will be much more safer, they will be having more cost efficiency, wherein the machines which they are going to develop, it can be also wherein they will be working out with those facilities in there. Apart from those facilities, where the patients, they will be able to easily access the medications or the drugs which are required. They will be able to easily access to the doctors wherein they will be getting out whatever the symptoms are to be given to them and the prescriptions which are required. So those all will be easily available through the technologies, and wherein with these will be able to collect those data and understand those data and visualize this. This is where SAS helps us out to understand those data, to collect those data, and then analyze those data. By analyzing these data, not only with the clinical trials, but also apart from them in the daily lives, we will be able to understand about how these clinical events can be happening, and also will be able to get a precaution from those. So today I will be ending this webinar by thanking everyone who have attended this webinar, and have a great rest of the day. Thank you everyone.